it's all dry. Got a red Scotch Brite, just gonna scuff it up. Knock whatever I can off of it, and then we'll see what's we'll see what needs attention. I think these wheels have been painted because they're clearly flaking off. So this is just going to promote some adhesion onto it. That way your paint actually could bite to something. Next step, I got some lows. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to sand this stuff back a little bit more with some aggressive sandpaper. We'll hit it with filler and we'll sand it till we're somewhat smooth here. I got some of this stuff laying around. I think it's 220 maybe. Could be 120, could be 220. Who the hell cares? So what I'm doing right now is I want to feather this out so it's not so much of a steady, so it's not so much of a hard impact, it's more leveled, let's say. You could say that. Fine frame. Yep. Okay, so now you can see there's a couple of scratch marks here. I'm just gonna feather it out a little bit, the groove, so the filler ain't gotta fill in too much. So what it is, put a thin layer of filler in all the effective parts, and I mean thin because when we sanded it we really feathered it out. You guys can see there, so barely nothing, and plus paint's gonna act as like a filler inside there, so it's gonna get right into the pores and every type of line that we made. So once this dries up, I'm gonna put a final sand on it again. I'm just gonna use that scuff pad, and then we could paint it maybe today if we got time. Right, got the wheel hanging. I like usually painting stuff suspended. I'll get more into that in a minute. I'm gonna just wipe this down. I sanded up whatever the hot spots were with the Bondo. Should be using thinner or that pre-paint stuff. I'm just using what I got. This is Varsol. A lot of people use this in parts washers, that kind of stuff, in shops when they have that bathtub looking thing for the parts washers, people putting the rotors in. So any type of solvent that air dries quick is what I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna wipe down the area. This is also going to get the sanding dust and stuff like that out. So what I'm using for paint, I'm using this Dupla color. Here, I ain't gonna focus. It's called High Performance White. And then I'm going to use this clear. This clear I'm also going to do the barrel. And I should, before I forget, also prep the center cap. It's a little dirty here, so I'm going to Varsol this down. I'm not going to mask the racing. I'm going to paint this all white, and my plan is, see how it's a little bit raised? I'm going to take a small sanding block and just skim coat it over. So I'm going to paint it, sand off so it's all golden finish like that, and then I'm going to clear it. Alright, the cleaner, the pre-thinner stuff seems to be dry right now. I like to shake my cans for a while here. Warm it up's also nice. What you could do in this step would be actually recommended if you had filler primer. It'll even fill in these minor scratches even more. That way it's nice and even, but then you gotta resand. I ran out of filler primer. I didn't actually have any. I didn't feel like buying some. So, first coat, always do a thin ass coat. Don't look for full coverage. We're just gonna get that paint to bite on there, right? So we want to cover the inside, outside. Well, you don't need to cover the inside. Just throw on a quick layer for now. So I got a light first coat in. Ignore the swing, but you can still see right here it's still open and stuff like that here. The paint seems to be matching okay. I'm not too concerned about blending it. I'm painting the whole face anyways, but as you can see, the thinnest thin first coat as you can. Even next layer, go thin, thin, thin. I don't want to put 20 layers on this, but 3-4 thin coat should even this out, and it'll even blend in or look nicer and stuff like that there. So that's my end game goal. The center cap's just gonna get a light dusting, so just give this a light dusting here. I know how to paint, which I don't. And then the next one will probably spray this way. That's coat number 1, boys. Okay, while the paint's still wet, we'll take the end key racing. We'll try to just put a light sand on it here. That might right there be okay with me. Okay, so another 5 minutes. Shout out to Duplicolor. This paint's like the fastest drying shit in the world. Another light coat here. I'm gonna. Okay, let's grab the clear. We're not clear coating that. I popped the center cap back in. Yeah, so what we might, I'm gonna experiment. Let's do a heavy clear coat. Do probably 2 heavy ones. I'll give it at least like a 20-minute cure time and then hit it with that final clear, but just like that, that's how we're looking. A real budget-ass job for a budget-ass car. But yeah, no, that shows that you don't need super high-end stuff. I actually sent some wheels out for repair at my shop, and I think that was about 120 a wheel. And that was just for a single face wheel. This 2-piece is probably going to be more, right? But saves you a lot of money if you think about it, 400, 500 bucks Canadian. And I think legitly with the amount of supplies, I think I spent about 70 bucks a Canadian Tire. But I also picked up Loctite too for the bolts. I'm gonna do the bolts tomorrow. I'll show you, not tomorrow, probably sometime in the week, next week. That'll be part 3, so stay tuned. Yeah, thanks for watching. Here we go on top of Old Rusty. Here we got using blue Loctite. This one's dope. It's got a little turn dial, and you see this little spigot here. It's like a caulking gun, so see it's starting to poo out a little bit here. What I'm gonna do is I got separate nuts, separate bolts. Put a small dab on just the. Let's see, just on the piece of shit. That's more than I wanted. Just a small little mustard streak there. Grab your wheel face. Put her down on in. Get just a little bit of Loctite. It's gonna suck. I'll just throw like 2 or 3 in. So I did the one on the right, left I still gotta do. I got the other 2 coming in next week. Plus I got a set of works coming in this week. Those ones should just flip them. I'm not even, they're 5 lugs, so that's just gonna be a quick sale, but there you go, 1 down, 1 to go, and then those 2 others when they come in, so I got some work to do.